Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After Luna's paternity is revealed, Liam orders Finn to release Steffy and pushes for a divorce. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer might give John Finn Finnegan the order to liberate Steffy Forrester. After Luna Nozawa's paternity is established, will Liam attempt to get Finn and Steffy to get a divorce? Fans of B&B are aware that Liam already finds it offensive that Finn's biological mother is Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown. In addition to causing Steffy a great deal of worry over the past few years, that relationship almost cost her her life. Because of their mother-son bond, Finn was occasionally attracted to dangerous Sheila, but Liam constantly opposed that. After some time, Finn retreated from Sheila and has been following Steffy's desires to keep her out of his life, but more problems are on the horizon. This is because, now that he knows Luna is his daughter, Finn might find it impossible to avoid her. Finn might wish to take on the role of a genuine father to Luna, which might put Liam in even greater risk. The shocking news will eventually surface, because Luna is under house arrest at Bill Spencer's estate. There's even a chance that Luna will ultimately succeed in gaining her freedom. In any case, Finn might decide to get close to Luna, but that plan won't be well received. Liam may take a strong stance if he feels that Finn is going to subject Steffy to yet another round of bizarre family turmoil. It's simple to picture Liam storming into Finn's office to clear up some confusion. Liam may point out that Finn's criminal family members have caused Steffy to endure more than enough chaos already. Maybe Liam will tell Finn to let Steffy go since he's had enough. Liam would contend that Steffy is entitled to be free of Finn and all of his terrible relatives who constantly emerge from the woods for him. Although Finn may not like Liam controlling him, he may begin to question whether Liam is correct. After all, Finn has already shown concern about Steffy's tolerance for the issues in their marriage. Will Steffy and Finn's relationship end because of Luna? Will Liam believe that Finn should step aside and let Steffy to be with someone else, possibly even Liam? Stay in for more Luna-related story predictions because according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn and Steffy will have a lot to figure out once she receives updates on the paternity revelation. After Finn's shocking revelation on Bold, Steffy feels trapped in her emotions. And the lovely Steffy will be running for the closest escape after learning Finn's shocking secret. Finn's secret on The Bold and the Beautiful will eventually be revealed to Steffy. He's looking for a way to tell his wife the news. However, he may come to regret speaking the truth. The most recent blow to their marriage will come from Finn's secret. Keeping a dark secret. Particularly on this soap, secrets are sure to come to light. Steffy is unaware of a significant secret that Finn has guarded. He discovered that he is the biological father of Luna. Finn was only 18 when he had a sexual encounter with Poppy, Romy Park. This secret is multi-layered. Remember, Finn thought of Poppy as his aunt. But the two thought they might fall in love. Their in-depth discussions strengthened their bond. Poppy had never had this kind of emotion toward another person. In the end, she became Finn's first. In addition, he was one of her biggest loves. What might occur next? Finn needs to tell his wife about all of this. He has no idea how to approach it. However, he will inform her of the news during the week of February 17th to 21st, 2025. This news will not sit well with Steffy. When she finds out about Finn's relationship with Luna, she will feel trapped in her emotions. Discover the significance of Luna's recurrent nightmares. Only when their marriage is doing well does Steffy feel secure. Knowing that her husband is the parent of a crazed lunatic will not make her feel secure. After learning of his affair with Poppy, she might begin to view him differently. To avoid feeling as though the walls are closing in on her, Steffy will require a way out. The potential impact on Steffy. The trauma will resurface. Steffy may remain at Liam's house. She might choose to remain at the Forrester mansion. She may recover from the stress of Luna's cage confinement with the support of her mother. Taylor recommended that Steffy consult a specialist. Steffy, though, wanted to immerse herself in her work. It might be difficult for her to take back control of Forrester creations. She will only be able to recall the time Luna made fun of her. How could Finn's daughter be this wicked woman? Steffy may wonder if she and Finn should continue their marriage. They did overcome a great deal. However, it may be more difficult to overcome this impediment. Learn the real reason for Liam's blue mood with this emotional disclosure to Steffy. Updates and spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful hint that Liam Spencer and Steffy Forrester will have a heart-to-heart, revealing the causes of his depression. As it develops, Liam has been examining his life critically and recognizing that it hasn't gone as planned. Liam envisioned a joyful marriage and family life. It's certainly a difficult reality for Liam to face without that ambition fulfilled, because he had hoped for a happy marriage and a sense of security at this point in his life. He thought Hope Logan was meant to be his partner at one point, but their connection never worked out. Hope firmly put Liam in the friend zone, co-parenting, but nothing more, even when Liam tried to revive their romance. In addition, he once believed Steffy was the only woman destined for him. The fact that he lost out on the love he wanted still aches in his heart, even though he really wishes Steffy well with John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlin. Steffy and Liam continue to get along. B&B fans know that Liam and Steffy have a close friendship that will always bind them together because of their daughter, Kelly Spencer, Sophia Parras McKinley. Steffy may use the occasion to remind Liam of their friendship and to emphasize how much she values him. Steffy would probably react warmly when Liam shares his recent self-discovery trip and his sentiments of discouragement, possibly implying that there are plenty of possible mates out there. She may even foretell that Liam will soon find a true love interest with whom he may start a family. However, as the narrative progresses, Liam might discover that he has already discovered that particular someone. When Steffy and Finn split up, Liam might see another opportunity with her. Liam may have a window of opportunity as Steffy and Finn teeter on the verge of serious marital discord as a result of the paternity disclosures surrounding Luna Nozawa's, Lisa Yamada. Once the dust settles, Liam may begin to see a ray of hope for a future with Steffy, despite the insanity that is now taking place. Steffy and Finn might eventually find their way back to each other despite the chaos Luna has caused, but Liam might take advantage of the situation to initiate contact. Watch for updates on Liam's pain and Steffy's response, as upcoming spoilers suggest that she will be there to help him through this trying time. Recall that she has yet to tell Finn about the kiss she shared with Liam after Hope left Liam for Thomas Forrester. Liam Spencer has returned to the top. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, fans won't want to miss a second of the action as the CBS soap opera prepares for another crazy week in Los Angeles. The odds are in favor of Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, winning the romance lottery, and the Shin marriage is headed straight for Splitsville. Will Liam be successful in persuading Steffy Forrester to leave her marriage and return to him at last? Find out what's going on B&B next week by reading on. Spoilers for B&B, Liam gets lucky. For months, Liam Spencer has been aimlessly meandering around Los Angeles. He began by kicking his wife, Hope Logan, out of the house. He then made an attempt to get back together with Steffy, but she wouldn't leave Dr. John Finnegan. Following his breakup with Steffy, Liam changed his mind and made an attempt to get Hope back, but she fled with Carter Walton. Since they exchanged vows a few years ago, Steffy Forrester has been utterly committed to her husband, yet, according to spoilers for Bold and Beautiful, the Forrester heiress will soon have a change of heart. Dr. Finn is about to shock Steffy by revealing that the girl who abducted her, threatened to kill her, and kept her captive in a cage is actually her stepdaughter. B&B spoilers, Steffy discovers a startling secret about Finn. Finn will reveal to his wife on B&B next week that Luna Nozawa is, in fact, his daughter. The Shin marriage will disintegrate as Finn refuses to break off contact with his new daughter. Steffy will have Liam Spencer nearby to provide a sympathetic ear. Finn isn't going to abandon his own daughter, even though he can't control who he impregnated 20 years ago. Now that Steffy is aware that Finn is Luna's father, do you believe Liam will eventually win her back? Are you rooting for a reconciliation between Liam and Steffy, or are you a fan of Shin? Steffy Forrester sat alone in the dim light of her private study, the silence around her feeling almost as suffocating as the avalanche of emotions that now caged her heart, for Finn's revelation had shattered the delicate equilibrium she had so painstakingly maintained over the years. It was as though a brutal storm had swept through her inner world, tearing apart the carefully constructed walls of trust and love that she had built around herself, and leaving her stranded in a labyrinth of betrayal, despair, and self-doubt that echoed with every memory of the happier times she once shared with Finn, a man she had believed was her steadfast partner in life and love, until now, when the truth he had unveiled not only exposed hidden secrets and past transgressions but also revealed a side of him that she could neither understand nor reconcile with. A revelation that forced her to confront the painful reality that the man she loved might have been living a lie, and in that moment, as Finn's words resonated in her ears like a relentless refrain, Steffy found herself trapped, caged in a web of turbulent feelings that swirled around her like a cyclone, each emotion colliding with the next in an overwhelming surge that left her gasping for the emotional air she desperately needed to breathe. Every detail of Finn's confession, a confession laden with regret, desperation, and the bitter tang of truth, replayed in her mind as if etched into her very soul, and she couldn't help but feel that the revelation had become an inescapable prison, locking her inside a reality where every promise they had once shared now seemed tainted by betrayal, and every dream of a future together was now overshadowed by the dark specter of his hidden past, leaving her with an aching void that no amount of distraction or self-reassurance could fill. In the days that followed, the halls of Forrester Creations, usually vibrant with the hum of ambition and creative energy, now felt like an echo chamber of her own sorrow. Each step she took in the familiar corridors a painful reminder of the trust that had been broken, and the once comforting presence of her family and friends now only served as a backdrop to the relentless questioning of what might have been if Finn had been the man she believed him to be. And as she sat in her favorite chair, surrounded by the quiet luxury of her office filled with memories and mementos of happier times, Steffy's mind became a battlefield where conflicting emotions waged war. The deep love she had felt for Finn clashing violently with the sting of betrayal and the sense of abandonment that now gnawed at her heart, leaving her feeling both numb and painfully aware of every tear that threatened to spill over, each one a testament to the depth of her hurt. In her solitude, she began to reflect on the moments leading up to Finn's revelation, retracing every conversation, every glance that now took on a sinister hue in hindsight, and wondering if there had been signs, subtle hints of the secret he had kept hidden away. Signs that she had chosen to ignore in the hope that love would conquer all, and now that hope was in tatters, replaced by a stark, unyielding truth that offered no solace, only a cold reality that she was now forced to face. The pain was not just a physical ache but an emotional turmoil so intense that it felt as though her very identity was being questioned, leaving her to wonder whether the woman she had worked so hard to become, confident, resilient, and fiercely independent, was now nothing more than a shell, imprisoned by the overwhelming grief and disillusionment that Finn's confession had wrought. Every time she closed her eyes, the image of Finn's remorseful face haunted her, a visage that now represented the duality of love and betrayal, and as she tried to escape into the temporary refuge of sleep, dreams and memories intermingled in a chaotic montage, with fleeting moments of laughter and tenderness being rapidly replaced by scenes of heartbreak and regret, each one a reminder of the stark contrast between what was and what now lay in ruins before her. In an attempt to free herself from the oppressive weight of her emotions, Steffy sought solace in her work, diving headfirst into the relentless demands of managing Forrester Creations, hoping that the constant flurry of meetings, strategic decisions, and creative brainstorming sessions would provide a temporary distraction from the storm raging within her. Yet even the art of fashion and design, which had once been her passion and refuge, now felt like a painful reminder of the stability that had been lost, as every decision, every elegant silhouette, every carefully chosen accessory now carried the weight of the personal betrayal that had shattered her trust in the man she once believed would always be by her side. As the days turned into weeks, the ripple effects of Finn's revelation began to impact not only her personal life but also the intricate dynamics of the Forrester family, as whispers and murmurs of scandal started to circulate, and even those who had once admired her strength began to question how she would manage to rebuild the trust that had been so ruthlessly broken, leaving her feeling isolated in a world that had once been a haven of warmth, loyalty, and unbreakable bonds. Amidst the public chaos, Steffy's private struggle became a solitary journey of introspection and self-discovery, forcing her to question everything she had ever believed about love, loyalty, and the sacrifices required in the pursuit of happiness. And in those quiet moments, when the clamor of the world faded into a distant hum, she found herself at the crossroads of forgiveness and self-preservation, torn between the desire to salvage what remained of the relationship she had once cherished and the overwhelming need to protect herself from further pain, a choice that would determine the course of her future and either set her free or keep her bound to the memories of a shattered past. It was in this state of profound vulnerability that Steffy began to realize that her path to healing might lie in embracing her own strength, in acknowledging that while Finn's confession had shattered a part of her, it had also opened the door to a new beginning, one where she could reclaim her identity, redefine her boundaries, and rediscover the woman who had once dared to dream and love without reservation. And with every tear that fell and every moment of heartache that passed, she slowly gathered the fragments of her broken spirit, piecing together a mosaic of resilience and determination that would eventually enable her to rise above the pain, not by forgetting the past, but by learning from it and allowing it to guide her toward a future where trust would be earned once again, and where love, true, untainted love, could flourish in a space built on mutual respect and honesty rather than deception and regret. As she sat in the fading light of the evening, with the remnants of the day's storm lingering in the cool air, Steffy made a silent vow to herself, a promise that no matter how deep the wounds, she would not allow them to define her, and that in the midst of the darkest nights, there is always a glimmer of hope, a spark of renewal that, if nurtured with care and courage, can ignite a transformation as powerful as the pain that birthed it. And so, with a heart heavy yet determined, Steffy resolved to take the first tentative steps toward healing, to open herself up to the possibility that even after the most shattering revelations, life can offer new beginnings and unexpected joys, and that in embracing her own strength and vulnerability, she might one day find not only forgiveness for Finn but also a renewed sense of self that would enable her to soar above the limitations of her past, free at last from the cage of hurt and betrayal, and ready to embrace the limitless possibilities that lay ahead in a world where every heartbreak is merely the prelude to a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate tomorrow. Luna's world had always been shrouded in secrets and whispers, but nothing could have prepared her loyal fans for the explosive revelation that her enigmatic partner in crime had been hiding in plain sight all along, a figure whose calculated charm and cunning ambition had woven a web of deceit so intricate that every twist of fate, every stolen glance, and every hushed conversation now took on a new, sinister meaning. For years, Luna had operated on the margins of the Forrester empire, navigating treacherous alliances and playing a dangerous game of survival that balanced precariously between love and betrayal, and now, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the halls of Forrester Creations and beyond, the truth was laid bare. Her accomplice in every clandestine scheme, the one who had orchestrated pivotal moves behind closed doors and whispered promises in the dead of night, was none other than the elusive figure known only as the Architect, a moniker that had been whispered with a mixture of awe and fear by those who had dared to suspect his involvement in the series of high-stakes maneuvers that had rocked the very foundations of the family legacy. The revelation came during a stormy evening when the normally unflappable Luna, caught in a maelstrom of conflicting loyalties and shattered illusions, found herself cornered by an unexpected confrontation with an investigative insider who had painstakingly pieced together the clues scattered like breadcrumbs across decades of scandal, from cryptic messages hidden in the margins of legal documents to offhand remarks during hushed boardroom meetings that now, with the benefit of hindsight, formed an unassailable pattern of collusion. As the storm raged outside, lightning illuminating the ornate corridors of the Forrester mansion, Luna's eyes widened with a mixture of shock and reluctant understanding as the truth unfolded before her like an intricate tapestry of treachery. Her partner in crime was not a shadowy figure from a rival faction, nor a cunning saboteur from a competing dynasty, but someone she had trusted implicitly, a confidant whose calculated brilliance had guided her through the labyrinth of corporate espionage and family feuds, whose whispered counsel had steered her away from the pitfalls of naive idealism, and whose presence had always been a silent assurance that no matter how deep the darkness, there was a way out. This figure, whose real name had been concealed behind layers of professional pseudonyms and hidden identities, had been instrumental in orchestrating everything from the delicate negotiation of power shifts at Forrester Creations to the secretive acquisition of assets that would later serve as a lifeline in moments of crisis. His influence was subtle yet pervasive, A masterful blend of intellect and audacity that had allowed him to maneuver through the treacherous waters of high society with a disarming smile and an uncanny ability to predict the moves of his adversaries. As Luna absorbed the weight of this betrayal, her mind raced through memories of late-night strategy sessions, cryptic phone calls that had been brushed off as routine business, and the occasional fleeting look in a crowded room that now took on the ominous quality of a secret pact, every detail meticulously orchestrated to keep his true identity concealed until the perfect moment for revelation had arrived. In that fateful confrontation, as the investigative insider laid out the damning evidence, a dossier filled with intercepted communications, meticulously documented meetings, and even a few incriminating photographs capturing clandestine handshakes and furtive glances, the magnitude of the deception became painfully clear. Luna's trusted partner, the one who had stood by her side through the most turbulent of times, was not the savior she had believed him to be, but rather a calculating manipulator whose ambitions extended far beyond the realm of simple corporate strategy, into a realm where loyalty was nothing more than a tool to be exploited and where personal gain took precedence over the bonds of trust and honor. The shock of this revelation reverberated through Luna's soul like the tolling of a death knell, leaving her feeling as though the very ground beneath her feet had shifted, her entire existence upended by the realization that the person she had counted on to share her burdens and triumphs had, in fact, been playing a double game all along, a game that had ultimately placed her at the mercy of forces far more dangerous than she had ever anticipated. In the aftermath of that electrifying disclosure, Luna was forced to confront not only the betrayal that had been lurking in the shadows, but also the painful question of whether she could ever truly trust again, as the lines between friend and foe blurred into an indistinguishable haze of ambition and deceit. The revelation sparked a series of events that sent ripples across the Forrester empire, as allies and adversaries alike scrambled to reassess their positions in the shifting landscape of power, with whispers of retribution and revenge mingling in the corridors of high finance and elite social gatherings. Meanwhile, Luna, now grappling with the crushing burden of this newfound truth, found herself standing at a crossroads. Should she expose the full extent of the conspiracy and risk the collapse of everything she had worked so hard to build, or should she, in a desperate bid for survival, choose to keep the secret buried deep within the recesses of her heart, allowing the storm of betrayal to pass while she rebuilt her shattered world in the aftermath? In that agonizing moment of decision, the stakes could not have been higher. Every heartbeat, every tear, every whispered regret became a testament to the fragility of trust and the destructive power of secrets kept in the dark. And as the storm outside gradually subsided, leaving behind a silence that was as heavy as the truth itself, Luna knew that the road ahead would be fraught with peril and uncertainty, that the revelation of her partner in crime's true identity was only the beginning of a long and arduous journey toward redemption and self-discovery, where every step taken would be a battle against the ghosts of the past and a fight to reclaim the dignity and honor that had once defined her very essence. With resolve hardening in her heart and the painful clarity of betrayal seared into her memory, Luna vowed that she would no longer be a pawn in a game of shadows, that she would unearth every hidden truth and confront every lie, no matter how deeply it was buried beneath layers of deceit and cunning strategy, because in a world where loyalty is as fleeting as a whisper in the wind, the only way to survive is to embrace the harsh reality of betrayal, learn from its bitter lessons, and forge a new path defined by honesty, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to reclaiming one's own destiny. And so, with the storm of revelation finally abating, Luna took her first tentative steps into an uncertain future, determined to unmask the full extent of the conspiracy that had ensnared her, even as the echoes of her partner in crime's betrayal haunted her every move, a constant reminder that in the treacherous world of high stakes and hidden agendas, trust is a luxury one can scarcely afford.